say it's alright.
They're inflating the balloons down there on the Embarcadero for the Big Bay Balloon Parade. So if you're going to head down there, plan on taking the trolley. It'll make it a whole lot easier getting in and out of the area. All right, coming up here in 2014, as always, there'll be new trends in all sorts of different areas, but food has become an area of big trends. And Tara Coleman, our certified nutritionist, joins us here this morning to talk about that. You know, there was a time when I don't remember people talking about food trends. You know, it was burgers and fries and, you know, maybe you shouldn't eat so much pizza.
Right.
But now it's really broadened into a big category and a lot of discussion. So what do you see coming up?
Well, I see a number of things. The first one I think is going to actually surprise you a little bit.
Oh, good. Burgers are healthy?
Yes, exactly.
Fries are good?
Yeah, the first one is eat as much pizza as possible.
Right. Yeah, good. Okay.
But I think the first thing that we're going to see, and that I've personally seen in my practice, is an increase in allergies to almonds.
Really? And everybody's telling you how good almonds are for you? And
they are very good for you. So please don't hear me, you know, saying don't eat almonds. I want you to eat tons of almonds, but we've gone a little almond crazy. Because it's such an amazing healthful nut, we use it as almond milk, we use almond flour, we use almond butter.
Now, do you think people are developing allergies to that, or were the allergies already there?
Well, I should say more of an intolerance, not necessarily an allergy.
Okay.
When we overexpose our body to things, it causes inflammation. And so when you continue that overexposure, we can have, you know, stomach aches, things along those lines. Bloating.
So it could be just too much of a good thing.
Exactly. So don't stop eating it, but for instance, maybe switch out with some coconut milk, or have some cashews, or, you know, hazelnut butter, or something along those lines.
Walnuts, you got there.
Don't stop eating almonds, but diversify them a little bit.
Okay, well, that's interesting. That's kind of counter to what had been a trend.
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
What else?
The next thing, I mean, 2013 was the year of gluten, right? Everyone was talking about gluten intolerances, gluten allergies, and really one of the wonderful things that has exposed us to a lot of the ancient grains.
Now, we should probably point out that most folks are not gluten intolerant or whatever,
That's true.
Are they? I mean, that became kind of the big buzzword. Everybody said, oh, I'm going gluten-free. Well, gluten-free is good for a lot of other reasons, but not necessarily because you can't tolerate gluten.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, these are wonderful not necessarily because they don't have gluten, but because they have a lot of other nutrients.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, things like
point.
quinoa, it's a little bit higher in protein. We have
one
millet,
of my favorite
amaranth.
commercials out there right now. Happens to be a light beer commercial, but where the guy's barbecuing a quinoa patty, and he says, what is quino? And by the end of the commercial, he's being very authoritative. It's a quino. Quinoa, folks, quinoa.
But you'll also find that a lot of these kind of intimidating quinoas, you're going to see them in more everyday things, you know, like bars that you can grab. These kind bars have all of these super grains like oats, millet, amaranth, things along those lines in a really tasteful, palatable way.
Only got about 30 seconds, and I don't want to miss out on a couple of these here.
Full fat. We're finally saying goodbye to low-fat things, so expect to see a lot more, you know, full-fat milk, full-fat butter, things along those lines.
All this low-fat stuff wasn't doing anything to keep people's weight down, was it?
It was doing the opposite. It was making everyone's weight skyrocket. So enjoy fat. It's delicious.
And you eat the good fat.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what we'll be talking about, avocado and that type of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
And finally, fermented foods. We talked a lot, and I know when I've been here before, I've talked a lot about gut health and how that impacts your entire health.
Right.
Fermented foods have probiotics. So things like miso, sauerkraut, kombucha, pickles, kefir, those are going to help keep your gut healthy and keep you healthy.
Those are just some of the trends. You'll be back throughout the year to tell us what's hot and what's not, and what to eat and what not to eat.
We can dive into more detail later on.
Sounds good. Tara Coleman, any place we can go for more info?
TaraColeman.com.
See how easy that is? TaraColeman.com. We're coming right back.